Welcome to Futbol Miami TV. This is Uncle Ed. I hope you guys are doing really well. I am here waiting for Marquito El Oso Donoso, who's supposed to take over for Pieter Brown, who, as usual, he's hanging out with Mickey Mouse. So hope you guys have some good questions. We're going to cover as much as possible. As soon as Marco is on, I'll get him on. And if he doesn't show up, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to do it all by myself. Want to start off by saying hi to everybody that's starting to join me. Ash Pretam, how you doing, bud? Yeah, thanks for joining us. Francisco Garcia, what you doing, bud? Sports Shorts, of course. Sports Shorts is with us. We got a couple more here. Louis Rodrigues, how you doing, Louis? We got Chris Arjun. And let me see if we got anybody else in this joint. Give me a second to check it out real quick, like. And yeah, we do. We got Richard Greenberg. How you doing? Yes. Goodbye. Yeah, I guess, at this rate, Peter's, he's always missing because he likes going to Disney. But I got him infraganti with some people. I think he's jumping ship, going to another podcast. I'm going to tell you with who in a bit. Want to say hello to me, One World, One Goal. Always here, saying hello to us. And, of course, I already said Louis Rodrigues. We got the chat going. We're on fire, guys. So, like I said, I'm waiting for Marquito El Oso Donoso. Oh, saludos, Michael Donnelly from Chile. I got family in Chile. Nice for you to join us. We'll be talking, just so you know, the Spanish show. We had a Spanish show every Monday after 9 p.m. It's Latino time. We're always a little bit late, but we'll be talking about everything we're talking about here, except we're going to have a game tomorrow against Dallas. So we're going to be talking about that game. So it should be kind of cool. But let's give Marquito a few more minutes to see if he joins us at all. But meanwhile, I'm going to start off with, we're going to be talking about with our sponsors. And first, we're going to start off with Caneswear. Caneswear is located at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, Florida. If you guys cannot go to Caneswear, you can always visit them or go to caneswear.com. Any order over $99 is free. So the shipping is free. Sorry, the shipping is free. Saying hi to Ricardo Paredes, my buddy. If you guys remember him from back in the early days of Futbol Miami TV. Ricardo. How you doing, bud? Thanks for joining us. And like I said, anything that you guys want from Inter Miami is cheaper at Caneswear. Go to Caneswear. Right now is a good time. They should be getting a new shipment of the new jerseys and all that good stuff. So be prepared for that. And guys, before I go to my next sponsor, I just want to let you know that I'm here at the Futbol Miami TV Cafe. Doña Yus Messi just passed me my coffee. Any similarities of her name to the player Messi is purely coincidental. She happens to be a Cuban lady. Francisco Garcia is also with us. How you doing, bud? Yeah. I got all sorts of stuff popping up over here. Marquito is still gone. He still hasn't appeared. So I might have to do this show by myself, guys, which shouldn't be a problem. I've done it before. People talking about the weather right now. It is kind of breezy and cold out there. We're not used to this weather in here in South Florida. So guys, let's talk about our other sponsor, Futbol Miami TV sponsor. That is Mia Rodrigues. She is the GOAT of all realtors in South Florida. She speaks 3 languages. Guys, contact her if you want to try to do any investment here in South Florida. She's the person to talk to, man. And she, like I said, she speaks 3 languages. Impossible not to be able to communicate with her, guys. So definitely do that. And also, guys, she's on TV. She's doing this show called The American Dream, and she's doing a casting call. Look at that. No, over there. There you go. Casting call, guys. Contact her if you have a business, if you have a property that you want to show off. you might even get to be on her show. So that, might add some extra dinero on it because it's going to be famous. So contact me or Rodrigues. She's the go-to-all realtors in South Florida. You can reach her at 754-269-6923. She's got her website. Everything's right there. So contact her and get things going, people. So, okay, guys. Piers Marco is really behind schedule, which, I kind of expected. He's a busy fella, Don Bear. He's got his, industries and all that. So he's a busy guy. I'm going to start off, actually. Marco was out and about. And let me do... And like Ricky Ricardo is saying, is a good Ecuadorian and also is late. Yes, he's very late right now. I told him, and it's funny because the Spanish show, we kind of do it as a joke, late, because, we're Latin and we like to, it's not like we like to be late. It just happens, it's just a part of the whole thing, the whole Latin thing. And, but he's actually late for this one. And I told him, dude, Pieter Brown, when he does a show, it's at 10 p.m. sharp. I even started like almost a minute late or maybe a minute late, trying to give him some more time, but yep, Latin time for Don Bear. Don Bear is late. So there's actually a couple things, and I had like the extra cameras ready, so if it looks a little bit weird, guys, don't hate me. But here we go. I'm going to start off with there's that's where Don Bear would be, in that empty spot underneath me. And he was actually at Urban Soccer. It used to be Urban Soccer 5. They're going to close it down. Apparently the taxes went up or something. And there's some conspiracy theories, but these guys have been around for quite a long time. If I'm not mistaken, almost 20 years. They were in Wynwood, and then they moved up a little bit farther north. They had their own place. And, Urban Soccer was the home of the Southern Legion back in the day when Peter wasn't in charge back then, but Julio and myself were kind of in charge of the supporters groups and ended that transition period as well. And they were really nice to us. Both owners, Mike and Julian, were the best to us. And we are very grateful for everything that they did. We spent some time, before the team actually started playing. And yeah, I think it was a couple of years that we were going there playing soccer games, and it was, a lot of fun, and they, supported us, and of course we would play games and soccer games and stuff like that. We actually even went with some players like AJ De La Garza, and I think Agudelo was another player that went to that there. There were a couple others, if I'm not mistaken. David Beckham went there. So did Jorge Mas. There's pictures of Julio and myself with them, when the whole Southern Legion was there, and he showed up, and it was a great event. So very grateful for what Mike and Julian have done. Apparently they're not done, just yet. Hopefully they want to come back. They don't want to let the urban indoor football just die out like that. And all power to them if they can come back and do something, because it was, when I heard that they were going out of business, it was a shock. So it's, and especially so many people that, so many young players that went through that area, like I said, that's like 17 years or something like that. We've got a small clip I want to put for you guys so you can check out. Marco was able to go over there yesterday, which was the last day, and we're kind of trying to go back to our roots where we used to do stuff, videos for in the community. We're going to try to go back to doing that. Peter's one of the guys that wants to go back to our roots to do that. Where back when Ricky was with us, he'd go out there and we do like all these events, because of course, Inter Miami wasn't around. We've kind of become exclusive Inter Miami, but that wasn't really our thing. So, this is kind of going back a little bit on what we used to do. Check this video out, people. And hopefully we'll have some more videos out soon. Shout out to Roberto Rivadeneira, who helped us out with this. Hopefully, he's going to contribute a little bit more in the future, especially in the chat with the Spanish channel. We're going to dedicate a special YouTube channel just for Spanish. We're going to have everything just Spanish there, and we're going to keep this one all just for English. And maybe we're going to come up with other, languages or something. But we're always supporting soccer in South Florida. Check this video out, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot for what you did for us. The community of football, Urban will always be missed. And I hope you guys go for a being on the next future chapter that you guys got into.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for all those years, 17 years. But that's not the end. It's just the beginning of a new chapter. Thank you, and I promise we will be back.
We're gonna get strong then for the future, man. Thanks a lot.
It's not easy, but we're gonna be back.
Thanks, man.
So there you have it, guys. Like they said, they're going to try to be back. We hope that they do, because they're quite a long time that they've been around. So hoping for the best. Urban Soccer will return, maybe in a different name or something, but with the same guys who were always very passionate about soccer, and we hope them well. We're gonna see. I think Roberto made a video for this, so if it look forward during the week, maybe for some of that. And tomorrow we're probably gonna have the Spanish show, but we're gonna dedicate that to like an after game show, since Dallas is playing. So we're gonna watch the game. I think the game's at 6 p.m. Central Time or something like that, and so we'll be seeing that right after. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, people are already starting to say nice video by Marquitos. That was actually Roberto who was filming, and Marco was doing the questioning, because that's Marco's strong right there. So let's continue, guys. It looks like I'm gonna be by myself for a little bit, so let me continue doing the show. So this is by the way, that's Marco and Mike and Julian, and we've got that's Chris from Vice City. Vice City has also did games there as well. So it was always we always got along great with those guys playing soccer and having a good time. One World One Go saying it's 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure, but it's kind of early. I don't know why they're going so early with that game, but I guess we're gonna find out. I wanted to talk about Pieter Brown. And there he is, Pieter Brown, just chilling, doing his thing in Disney, as usual. I think that's Epcot, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, him and Daniel, I guess, they're buddies, they're chums, they're hanging out together now. Daniel from the Battered Herons podcast. So, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think maybe Peter wants to jump ship or something. It's kind of, what a coincidence they happen to be at the same place at the same time. So we're going to hear from Peter in the next few weeks, hopefully, or in the next week, to see what he comes up to. But it's a little suspicious if you ask me. Man, don't you use Messi's coffee is awesome. Anyway, so what do you guys think, man? Pieter Brown hanging out, having fun, forgetting about football, Miami TV. I don't think it's right. Oh, there's that Pieter Brown. Hey, everybody. What are we chatting about? Chatting about you, Pieter Brown, being, taking off with your new friend, Daniel. I see you guys are, chums, chilling there, drinking a beer, talking Inter Miami. Well, we're going to talk about Inter Miami a little bit more, since I think what really happened is both of these guys, they went over to Orlando to check out Inter Miami's new stadium. That's what I'm thinking. And Peter loves going there. And look at that, Orlando City fans are not happy. And here, Pieter Brown. Look at that. Yeah, he's here. And yes, that is Epcot, he said. But look, Tank is saying, a collab episode would be epic with the Battered Herons. Hey, maybe that's what Peter's doing. Look at that. Saying hello to Pieter Brown. So, yeah, the Orlando fans are not happy. It is perhaps because the stadium has a new sponsor, and a new sponsor happened to have named it after Inter Miami, which is incredibly odd, guys. And I, when I saw that, I can help to be um, surprised myself. Oh, look at Peter saying maybe they're gonna do a battered Disney video or something like that. Man, I don't know. But they're talking about. I'm taking advantage right now that Peter's in Epcot. Everybody's saying they make a nice couple. Wow, look at that. How you like them apples, Peter Brown? So yeah, that's when my thoughts are. Peter went to Orlando to go see the new Inter Miami Stadium. Cause yeah, and like I said, look, these pictures courtesy from Don Cafecito Steve Munoz. Yep, he's got a lot of time on his hands, but these are epic. They're awesome. We're gonna probably use them a lot against the Mickey Mouse Club over there. They are not happy because of what happened to their team, and the thing that's most awesome about the naming rights and all that, it's that for 10 years, a decade, we've got to make fun of these guys because we're gonna basically have their stadium named after us, technically, or So I just think it's hilarious. I don't know. These guys didn't think it through. I mean, they got $55 million for the 10-year deal. It's a lot of money. They couldn't say no. I mean, I'm sure they could have gone like, dude, but Inter Miami, what's up with that? But no, man. They it's tough to see that they kind of sold out. In my eyes, they sold out. And here's another one, Inter Miami and Company. That's the name of the new stadium. And this one was done by Joe G, also called Joker G. So if you guys want to follow those guys, I'm going to put their contact in the bottom because those guys are awesome. They always have some good Inter Miami content. They're good. I guess they're good at Photoshop and stuff like that. Here's another one by Joker, which I thought was hilarious. Inter and Company Stadium. We got Messi there. Look how disappointed all the Disney fans are right there. It's crazy, man. And yes, Florida belongs to Inter Miami. Suckers, these guys, man. I'm telling you. 10 years. I mean, we're gonna run out of things to make fun of them out of. I mean, it's 10 years of making fun of them, and it's just gonna get it's gonna get to a point where we're just gonna be like, it's old, it's 10 years. 10 years, guys. Did I say that again? 10 years? Yep. Inter and Company, the new stadium name. Wow. Yeah. Peter Brown saying that he saw a few Inter Miami shirts in Disney. Of course. And there's shirts everywhere, Peter Brown. It's just not there. There's shirts everywhere. So, I like how One World One Go is saying it's only in the high 70s here. Freezing for us Floridians. Yes, it is. It's breezy and it's that cold air is coming from the north. So it's kind of cold, guys. And I just think it's hilarious. And look at that. That's basically all the pictures I had for Inter and Company Stadium, which is basically, I think, hilarious that once again that they named it something so close to our team. They didn't think it through. They were just thinking about the money, and it's apparently it's a big company. They're located in Brickell too. Apparently Peter was saying something that it's like a Brazilian thing where they send money or something like that. So and in what's it called, Orlando, there's a huge Brazilian community. So I guess it made sense, and like I said, 55 million is a lot of money. So yeah, these guys, like I said, and Orlando City, they just said whatever, we're gonna deal with the 10 years of humiliation. And yeah, see Peter saying that my wife uses Inter and Company to send money to Brazil to family members. So that's basically what I guess that's what they do, and that's why it made sense, But man, dude, come on, it's just Orlando City. Come on, guys. I mean, I guess they didn't have any other options. Nobody offered them as much money, so they had to go for the money, man. And that's the advantages of being Inter Miami. We don't have that problem now. We've got all these cool companies that are sponsoring us. So and we're gonna start talking about the El Salvador game and see what you guys think about that. It was tough. Pieter Brown saying that he's got 4 layers of this Florida boy is not used to 40 degrees. It's colder up there, and we're freezing over here. Last night I think got to the 50s, and I was just like, ooh, cold, man. It was really tough for me, but I survived. And I'm disappointed that Marco didn't come in because he had some cool stuff. I wanted to see also what he thought about the whole urban experience, but it is what it is. Let's move on now to the actual game. Guys, one of the things, in the main picture that we had was it worth it? All these games that we're having, it puts us, with seven games that we're having, one game down. We still have 6 more games in a couple of weeks. It's going to be, really tough on our players. And unfortunately, one of the big fears that we had was getting, these guys are cold. They're just coming off of, an incredibly long vacation. I even heard that Messi said the vacation was too long. He had never had such a long vacation. So, this is pretty tough, pretty tough on all these players who are just not used to it. And another thing that I did mention, I think on Twitter, was that all these players are coming off trying to prove something, and our players are not. They just want to play and do their thing. But these guys, other teams, El Salvador, this is their window to do something. A lot of these players know that millions of people are watching these games because they're playing against the best player in the world. People want to see Messi, and this is one of the things that Peter is saying. What are we going to do about Farias? We did discuss this on WhatsApp earlier with Peter, and I think it was him who looked it up. There are some clauses that could be used to replace Farias. There's already talk of another player. I think he's with River Plate. Can't remember his name at the moment, but there's, the thing is, the good thing about our team is they're starting to move fast. They move fast on all these things, and they will probably find a replacement for him. They could replace him with somebody that costs as much as him or lower. And since he's an international player, that he could occupy, whoever this guy is, he could occupy his international spot. And so there's a talk about another player, like I said, from River Plate, who's kind of a playmaker who could probably take over for Farias or take his position, so to speak. Maybe not his actual position, but his spot on the team, and help contribute, because we're going to need help. Messi's not going to be playing every single game. He's going to be playing for Argentina. And there's going to be some games where they're going to have to sub him out or not play him at all so he can get some rest. So, it is kind of necessary to have a big roster of players. And I think there's still talk about some more players coming. Hopefully that's what's going to happen, but we'll see. Like Pieter Brown was saying, should they bring on a replacement or work with whatever we have? I think they're gonna, just from how Inter Miami has been in the recent past. I think things are gonna be they're gonna start bringing people in. El Jibar is saying a lot of people are complaining about the schedule of the team without realizing we have international players that have to play a lot of matches to be fit. It's not normal for these long vacations. It isn't normal. So it's only a matter of time before we get some more guys. There's even talk about cars right now in the chat. I think that's hilarious. One where one go is saying, Peter, I think we can do an under 22 replacement on a season-ending injury. They spent 5 million on young DPs. Yeah, there's like I said, there's that clause where Inter Miami will be able to get the chance to play against or to replace that player um, with somebody equivalent, maybe. And there he is. There's Peter saying he can be replaced with a player of the same value for a year. And who do we get? There's that one Argentinian that I'm talking about, but I think it's position per position. I think he's just the guy that they had in mind, and that they're probably going to use this that just happened so that Inter Miami could get that player. There's another thing also waiting around is that Mota is Jean Mota, I believe, is ready to receive his green card or something like that. So we will have another international spot. So there's a potential for another player to come. Inter Miami, I think they're gonna try to get as many players as they can to in this window, and not wait around for more players to get hurt. So I think that's good. They're saying they put Stefanelli back on the list, even though Pieter Brown doesn't like him. But as a backup, it opens up an international spot too. There was talk about Stefanelli going to Everton in Chile. I think that was almost a done deal, but we're going to see. Yeah, there is Schneider Borgelin. He's a center forward. He's still on the roster, so we're definitely going to use that guy. We can still get a young DP, says Tank. Do we have an official third DP right now? Is Gregory Campana? I think they both got bought down. So I think I'm not sure if we actually technically have a third DP, which Gregory was, and so was Campana, but I think they were talked down. Campana having a special thing that he can basically play in, for no money if he really decided to, because I think he comes from a wealthy family. But it's good that he's dedicated, even though he doesn't need the money like other players might. But he's dedicated to his team, and he wants to play. So let's see. Tank is answering about Farias, who could play at wing as a 9 or as a 10. Mi place, Carter saying, mi piace molto Stefanelli. Lui è bravissimo. He's doing his Italian, I guess, right there. He likes Stefanelli. There's a lot of people who like Stefanelli. I think he does a decent job. But yeah, I like what El Jibar was right. We need a real center back. We had some issues back there in this game that really came to my attention. El Salvador, I think, was a team that we should have easily passed and beat. But we still got. You can tell that our players are rusty. Something's just not right, with the team still. I think they got the cobweb still going on. So hopefully with Dallas they'll be a little bit better. The Fantastic Four really didn't get it going until towards the end of the second half, when they started doing some interesting plays. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see where it goes. Chris Arjun saying Stefanelli plays on the wing. Taylor and Glassboy Robinson gives Inter plenty of coverage. But yeah, Robinson again, man. He's hurt again. Hopefully, it doesn't appear to be that bad. He should be back soon. But but this guy, he just gets hurt all the time. I don't know if he's made for soccer or what the deal is with this guy, but I don't know. He's just too delicate in my book. Sports Shorts is saying, this is what I said during the El Salvador game. I'm watching the El Salvador game, and I saw someone who I think works for Inter Miami wearing the new pink jersey, the leak we saw before. And yeah, apparently I got some pictures I think I stole from Steve Munoz, or I don't know if it was him or somebody else. But yeah, there's jerseys that apparently were being sold in El Salvador in actual stores. I'm not sure if they were Adidas stores, but it seems to be that salmon color is might be the color, the actual color of some of these jerseys, unless they're just fake jerseys that they said let's make them real quick and try to sell them. Also saw that Don Cafecito put some other pictures on Twitter about some guys that were in Wynwood selling jerseys in a cart, and they had the new jerseys, but they weren't as salmony color. So we don't know which is which, guys. That's the thing. So let's look at the starting 11, guys. What do you think? I think it was a strong formation of what it could be like in the future. There was talk. Tata did say there was a possibility he would play both forwards, which would be Messi and Suarez. That would be interesting up there. But you could put Messi towards the right, and the thing right there is, yeah, they're playing with a 5 in the back type of thing, which it could be, not real. I mean, Gressel, he did go up a little bit, but you just saw everybody was really rusty. Kremaski, I thought he was okay. He wasn't that great. Gregory also, he was in there roughing some people up, which is cool because you kind of expect him to do that because he is technically going to be the guy playing the defensive midfield role. But everybody knows that he plays a little bit too forward. So that's why it's going to be important for at least Gressel and Alba to come back and defend. But we know that Alba's he's up there in the age, so I'm kind of worried of him coming back and defending. I don't know if he's going to get too tired, but he's done it. I've seen him playing in the past season, and he did really well. So I was kind of happy because of that. As far as Allen, I think Allen did a decent job. Aviles was Aviles was Aviles. Yedlin there also. I was a little worried about his what he could do as a defender, because he's all his career he's been going up that that right side and playing on the right more offensively than anything, using his speed. But as you can tell, his speed isn't there anymore. So we're gonna see. And Tank is saying something about something to Peter. I haven't looked at the contracts in a while. That's something we should look at, and hopefully we'll look at into that this next coming week as we get more games in, and hopefully some of these players are going to do a little bit better. What are you guys' thoughts? I think, like I said, they still got the cobwebs going. The team didn't play that well. I think everybody expected the magic between Messi, Suarez, and Busquets and Alba to really shine in their first game, and as you could tell, that didn't happen. This is a team. I'm glad we played El Salvador because they didn't really pose that much of a threat, even though they did have probably more opportunity to score than we did. But at the same time, it was a good test, at least for our guys to get warmed up and start getting used to playing together. The defending in the back is going to be always something that we're going to be a little fearful for, because we definitely need somebody there in the back to provide the center back help that I think everybody wants. Dos Santos, I think, did a decent job. He blocked the shots that he could. And I think he did a decent job as definitely our second goalkeeper. I'm kind of glad that we're going to get our keeper back for the next game. We had a couple other players, Sailor and Sunderland, Farias, who unfortunately came in, got hurt, and that's the thing that I was talking about, guys. The fact that we really have nothing to prove in these games. We really don't. These are just games, I guess, that the team, wants to get us out there. They're making some money off of them, I'm sure. But there's that danger that all these guys are gonna, that these other players are gonna want to show off. They want to beat Inter Miami, and they're going to, maybe hurt our players. Um, as long, and let's hope, that it doesn't happen again. But this is kind of what happened last year as well. We had towards the beginning of the season, we had a lot of players getting hurt. I remember, I think it was Tank that was saying that Neville was overworking our players. He was thinking about too much on the whole physicality of it, and that wasn't cool. Oh, and I gotta say, guys, we have super chat. There you go. I didn't see it, man. Sorry about that, but yeah, we got a super chat, and we're gonna cover it right now. What did Inter Miami do to improve their defense? Ego Blino, thank you for the super chat, and sorry I got to you late, but yeah, guys, I gotta tell you, man, what have we done to improve? Well, there's supposedly some players coming, but they haven't arrived yet, so I'm pretty worried. We've only really seen offensive players, players that are, that are going to be playing and attacking. But I don't. I'm just not. I'm not really confident on what's going to happen there, guys. It's just, I don't know. Luis Rodrigues is saying, Takada, the team has been able to win without Suarez, Messi, and Campana. That's true. We have been able to get some wins. Pieter Brown is saying he's way more confident with Drake Callender in the goal. I agree. Of course, he's definitely more solid. That's why they're calling up to the U.S. national team. The dude's a wall back there. I'm glad for that. When we're one goal, is saying, exactly, Peter. Thought of that on ball distribution too. And Tank is saying, yes, let's see what happens in Portland with their turf under Phil. It doesn't look good for those players. Poor Miller. Miller went back for sure, and he's playing with Neville. And yeah, Neville is one of those coaches that I think I kind of have to agree with Bruno on the fact that we did get a lot of injuries, and I think it was because these players were they were overworked, and it was just a coincidence that so many of them went down towards the beginning of the season. We started off well. We had 3 games where we actually 3 in a row that we actually won. Once Gregory went down, it was over. I think Mota was gone in the second game, Gregory in the first. I think we had lost other play. I forget which other players. I'm sure Mr. Glass was one of them. But yeah, a lot of players we lost in the beginning of last season, which hurt us in the long run because we lost a lot of games after we had a great start of the season. And so, yeah, it sucks for us. Peter's saying no improvements on defense yet. We are actually worse now. That's what I'm afraid of. We've got an incredible offense, and there's a possibility that once these guys start warming up, it should have happened against El Salvador. I guess we're going to see how we are against Dallas. Dallas also coming, doing preseason with us, so we're all going to be rusty, but we're going to be in their stadium, and it's going to be a full stadium. It's going to be a huge full stadium, which is a bad thing. So we're going to see how that works out. Luis Rodrigues also saying we'll see how far Portland can go under Phil. I don't think they're going to do as well as, some people might think. So I guess we're going to have to find out. We got some, Santi is joining us. How you doing, Santi? Francisco Garcia is also saying Inter has to, we got to prepare. Almost all teams will play defensively in a tight block, and they're going to counter. It's the only way to beat Inter Miami, and unfortunately, towards the end, that's what a lot of teams were doing. They were parking the bus, and then, they would counterattack, and they were able to beat us towards the end. They're talking about defender Nicolas Freire. We just signed this Argentinian guy. Yeah, as one of the players I think that we talked about last week and in the Spanish show. Let's see how it goes. Pieter Brown is saying he hopes the best for Phil because Peter actually likes Phil. I mean, I like Phil too. I think he's a nice guy. But yeah, he's definitely got that old school Manchester training, and it doesn't work in Florida. And I think that's one of the things. Kata saying he thinks that Phil were surprised in Portland. Yeah, they're the thing about Portland, they're kind of they kind of have the the weather that they have in England, so he's more familiar with that. They got that cold thing going. We're gonna see how it goes, guys. It's gonna be interesting. Hold on, and let's see. Do you see how FC Dallas train? They've turned like military, says Gada. I don't know. I don't know about that. Now, look at that. God is also saying, did Henderson sign a new contract? Or is he working for free? Yes, I do believe that Henderson was, I think this was the end of his contract at the end of the year. They must have done something because he's still with us. So I think Chris Henderson probably has a new contract, but for some reason they haven't announced it. And that's a good thing. Pieter Brown's got his number. Peter, call him up and ask the guy. Now, a lot of people saying, yeah, everybody thought Phil was a great guy. He's a great personality. He's been on Apple TV. I don't know if you guys saw him in the latest game. He was talking to, hey, that might be his thing, man. He could do broadcasting. And if anything, Portland doesn't work out, maybe his thing is to do broadcasting and get in there. Well, I guess we're gonna see. And these are the jerseys that I was talking about, guys. These are the jerseys that they were basically showing off in El Salvador. You guys can check that out. They got that salmony color towards them. Terrible, if you ask me. I don't know about that. Peter's still talking about Portland. If they have to rebuild a little bit, I think so too. Yeah, they might have to do that. So what are you guys' thoughts? I mean, these shirts were on sale in El Salvador. And these pictures are from El Salvador, guys. They were on racks, and this seems to be a legit store. Let's see if the other picture shows a little bit more. Look at that, $99. Is that $99? It looks like it could be $99. That's an actual store over there in El Salvador. I think they're starting to use the U.S. dollar as well. I know Ecuador uses the U.S. dollar. Panama uses the U.S. dollar. So that might be. That's not too bad if that's how, how much it costs. But is that the actual one? How you doing, Mia Rodrigues? There she is, guys. If you want to contact Mia to get, some, if you want to invest in South Florida, there she is, guys. Talk to her. And yeah, and people keep talking about Phil, how nice he is. Tank is also talking about the niceness of Phil. I think Phil's a great guy, man. He really is, but I just don't think that Inter Miami was the team for him. Oh, and somebody put me up. They put a thumbs down. Somebody put a thumbs down. I guess they don't. Is it because of the jersey? You don't like the jersey? I don't know. I don't like the jersey too much. And Sports Shorts is saying, yeah, the colors are bad. This one doesn't. From that angle, at least, it doesn't look as salmony. It looks a little bit like the pink that we're using. I think I got on the 305. This color is close to the Inter Miami color, close to the shoe color. That first shirt looks a little bit like the ones that the color that we have this year. The other one looks a little more salmony. I think it just depends on what filter players are using. Peter's saying they look like replicas. Could be. And people saying hello to Mia. And Carter saying, did you see the Fantastic Four partying with Sofia Vergara? Yes, I saw that picture. Yeah, and I knew it looked familiar. Sofia Vergara hanging out with Messi and all the bunch of players. I didn't see Suarez in those pictures though. Maybe he decided not to go. And this is a good one. I did see that Chris Arjuna saying it. Anyone any thoughts on the coach for getting we finished off playing with only 10 players because I believe they had a limit to how many players we could put on the field. Farias got hurt and they were not able to put another player in to replace him. So that is something. Mia saying hello to Tank. All right, and Michael Donnelly saying this tour Inter is going to be careful not to get injured when season starts. It's balls to the wall domination. I hope so, man. I hope that's exactly what happens. I think in a way, yeah, these games, unfortunately, they're all kind of far away, except for the next game. That's in Dallas, but still, there's some travel involved. So let's see, man. It's going to be tough. So Francisco is saying Tata has 7 games to play all the players. Rookie mistake. It was a rookie mistake. Kata saying the new hoodie looks so clean. I hope they let us buy it soon. Yeah, the team has been wearing some hoodies which do look pretty cool. And talk about buying stuff. I did see, the fake new jerseys being sold in Wynwood earlier. I did tell people about that. That I saw you put that up on Twitter. Go check that out, guys. I didn't have enough time to steal it and put it in here. And Tank is saying Jensen was probably the only one left on the bench. But I think, the team had already played all the players they had. Mike V is saying Suarez went. Oh, he's talking about there are videos with him. Sophia didn't get near him because she didn't want to get bit. And if anybody wants to bite her, I wouldn't complain. I mean, you probably would, Pieter Brown, right? Anyways, no, Peter's a good guy. He would never do that. And so, what do you guys think about these jerseys? Are they legit? Peter's saying that they're probably replicas. I don't know, man. They do look crappy. So, we'll see what it goes, what happens. Okay, and Sui Maui is saying, I want to see Messi and Suarez forward, which was kind of like the formation that they had with El Salvador. That was how they were supposed to play. But Messi was really all over the place. He plays anywhere. That's the thing with Messi. He is just the player that, he's not going to defend. So you got to think about that when you do the lineup. You got to have players that are going to go back and try to defend or whatever. Knowing that Messi isn't going to go back because he's basically given the license to do whatever the hell he wants. They're saying Diego Gomez scored a few minutes ago in Olympic qualifying versus Argentina. Is it? I can't see the flag to it. It's kind of small. So, Diego Gomez, that's good for him. We need him to come back and start playing as we hope he can. One of the things that Marco was saying about him is that Diego Gomez came out perhaps thinking that he was better than he was or trying to make a name for himself and probably not concentrating on just playing his position. He tried to overdo himself. Well, hopefully Tata has a conversation with him and tells him, do your thing, let Messi do his thing. Don't try to, show off in front of Messi. And Tank is saying they're definitely the replicas, not the authentic ones. That's probably the $100 or $200 ones. Everything keeps going up. Yeah, they're making so much money, guys. Inter Miami is just like, it's so unaffordable for the normal people like you and I. These players got to train hard and have more focus because with many games, hopefully we don't get more injuries because the season looks tough already. It's going to be a tough season, guys. And that's, they never mentioned Copa Libertadores, which I think any team in Major League Soccer would love to play, but I think we already have too many players as it is, too many tournaments that we're playing as it is. And look, this is the schedule, the preseason schedule. So far, El Salvador down a 0-0 tie. On Monday, tomorrow, we got the game against FC Dallas, which is going to be packed. And this is one thing that I always would have wanted to see again is Pozuelo to come back. Man, if we needed a player, and if there was ever a player that came to Inter Miami and changed the team, it was Pozuelo. He was an incredible player. I think he's I'm not sure if he's still in Turkey, but man, if there was any way we can get that guy back, to see him dominate and play the 10 position and let Messi do whatever Messi does up forward, that would be great. Pozuelo did not defend that much, so we got to keep that in mind. We need players like Kremaski, Ruiz to go back and cover the defensive spots when we go back, because if we had those type of players, we already have Messi who doesn't go back. Suarez, I doubt is going to go back. What's his name? Campana would, because he's younger and I think he's tough enough to do that. But yeah, it's tough, man. And look, they're saying maybe he will fill in the void. They're talking about Pozuelo. Tata sees him as versatile, like a player like Taylor. Um, let's see who else. Did anyone? Mike V is saying, did anyone get their tickets loaded on their account yet? I haven't checked, but I will. Should be interesting to see if they've got those going. Tank is saying, I'll stick to my heartbeat jersey and buy the next one next year when it goes on sale. That's something, yeah. I didn't buy the black one yet from last season. I'm going to go do it. But yeah, the thing is, yeah, they're expensive and they're going to be cheaper soon. So I'm just waiting for that myself. And Morgan has to be sold due to the cheating scandal. Oh, what happened? What cheating scandal, Pieter Brown? What did I miss? I missed something. Is that the cheating scandal we had? Or what? Sports Shirts is saying, unfortunately, Messi kind of has to play all preseason games. Yeah, I think it might be part of the contract. Hopefully, they only make him play towards the beginning of each game and then let him rest the second half. Francisco Garcia says Inter Miami will attack with 10 and defend with 8. That's probably how it's going to be. And we're saying, Tank is saying, didn't we get Yedlin for the money we got for Lewis? What an awful exchange. Well, we thought, I think that Yedlin was going to be a little bit better, but we'll see. One World One Go is saying, agree. Morgan was good, but Pozuelo spoke Spanish too, and he was a true number 10. No one brings from defense to forwards. I think Morgan was a great player as well, but I think Pozuelo was just a little bit better, and definitely made us more offensive, and I think that was some of the difference. But look, we've got the game on Monday, and then they travel to Saudi Arabia to play Al Hilal. That's the following Monday, January 29th. That should be another great game. I'm not sure what time that is. It might be early in the morning. So the Spanish show will likely cover the Al Hilal game. Al Nasser is on February 1st, which is a Thursday. Not sure if Pieter Brown will want to do an after show for that or a pre-show or something like that. I don't know. And then we play the Hong Kong team on Sunday. That's Sunday, February 4th. Not sure what time that is, but if anything, we will cover it here on FMTV Weekly because we're on every Sunday anyway. Vissel Kobe, the Japanese team, will be on my birthday, Wednesday, February 7th. So if you guys want to send me anything, which reminds me, my birthday's coming up, guys. Don't forget, I'm still trying to sell my kidney because, I could barely afford to pay for my season tickets. Go ahead and go to patreon.com/Futbol Miami TV. Help a brother out. Don't let me. I need my kidneys, guys. I like drinking beer. I like, when I watch the game. So, but if it comes down to it, my wife said, honey, we can't afford your season tickets. We're not, You got to do something else. You got to get a second job or something. Even getting a second job is not going to be enough, guys. So need your help. Hook us up on patreon.com/FutbolMiamiTV. Help Uncle Ed not sell his kidney. Help me get season tickets for Inter Miami. So thanks, guys. I really, really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Futbol Miami TV helps us. But there will be some cool content and stuff that you will be getting through Patreon. So don't think it's just for nothing. It is for my season tickets, but you know, it's for something. So yeah, guys, we're basically getting to the end of the show. I had to sail solo. No idea what happened to Marco. I imagine he got busy or he got tied up somewhere. Or some girl tied him up. I have no idea. But hopefully he'll be here for tomorrow's show, Futbol Miami TV en Español, en su idioma. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.-ish, we'll be going over the Dallas game, so be prepared for that. Tomorrow it should be like 9, probably 9:30 when we start the show in Español. So get all your Spanish talk coverage right here on Futbol Miami TV. Through the week, also expect some more videos, some more little clips. I don't know if you guys saw that short that we threw out there of Marco eating the Messi burger. He was the only one that was missing from doing it. I had another burger. You guys are gonna see another video of me eating a burger. That was pretty good. It was good stuff, man. So head on out to the Hard Rock and get those Messi burgers. And what else we got, guys? Let's see if anything else is on the chat. They're still talking about they're talking about Pozuelo and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, don't forget to follow, like, and share Futbol Miami TV with everybody. We are here to talk football, everything Inter Miami, and we're, like I said, we're going to start doing a couple of videos like we did earlier, like the ones you saw from Urban earlier, where Marco was talking to them about them going out of business. Well, hopefully they'll be around back soon. I think there's going to be a video during the week about Urban Soccer, so go check that out, guys. And like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I want to see you guys here tomorrow. Don't miss it. En Español, we're going to do the after game, Dallas versus Inter Miami. Let's hope, cross our fingers, nobody gets hurt. I don't want anybody hurt, guys. So please, send them all positive energy, and let's see what the Fantastic Four could do tomorrow. Hopefully we get some goals. We need goals because last game, not seeing any goals kind of sucked. So anyways, Pieter Brown, thanks for joining us on the chat. Everybody, you guys have a good night. And I will see you mañana right here. Futbol Miami TV. A little bit more cafecito. See ya.